Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving headfirst into a cosmic mystery that has scientists, well, completely divided. This explainer is brought to you by the amazing team at the BillyGoatTales YouTube channel, so right off the bat, make sure you're following them, and also check out @DaveDigital on X for more deep dives just like this one.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We're talking about an object called 3I/Atlas. It's only the third interstellar object we have ever detected, and you better believe it has sparked a massive debate. Is this thing a natural wonder from some distant star, or could it be something else entirely?
So all the information we're breaking down here is based on a really fascinating document, kind of like a white paper, that was put together for the Simple Terms podcast. It was sourced with help from Grok and ChatGPT using publicly available info, and our goal today is to cut through the noise and get to the heart of this mystery.
Right, so here's the crucial thing. You've got brilliant scientists looking at the exact same object, the same data, and they're coming to completely different conclusions. It's pretty wild. This has really led to two main camps, two big ideas trying to explain what we're seeing.
It was first spotted back on July 1st, 2025, and right away, its behavior raised some eyebrows. See, its path is what we call hyperbolic. That just means it's on a one-way trip. It came from way outside our solar system, it's going to swing through, and then it's heading right back out into deep space forever. It's not sticking around. So here are the two big hypotheses. On one side, you have the natural explanation. It's a comet. A really weird one for sure, but still a comet. And on the other side, well, you have the technological explanation, that this thing is an alien probe of some kind. Both sides have some really compelling points, so let's start with the case for technology.
Now, the idea that this could be technology isn't just some sci-fi fantasy. This is a serious, testable hypothesis coming from respected researchers, including Avi Loeb over at Harvard. They've basically compiled a list of anomalies, a bunch of really strange things about this object that just don't seem to add up.
And these are the things that are really making scientists scratch their heads. I mean, look at its orbit. It's moving backward compared to the planets, but it's almost perfectly lined up with them. The odds of that are just tiny. It's also huge, way bigger than you'd expect for a random rock drifting in. And maybe most importantly, we can't see any gas coming off of it, no tail, which would explain why it seems to be moving in ways that gravity alone can't account for.
And this is what's really wild. The paper actually calculates the odds of 3I/Atlas, just by chance, passing this close to Venus and Mars and Jupiter. The number they came up with? Get this, less than 0.005%. That's so statistically improbable that they're suggesting maybe, just maybe, it's not a coincidence at all.
Okay, but for every weird anomaly, there is a counterargument. Astronomers like Dr. Robert Gross are pushing back, saying, hold on, we don't need to jump to alien technology. They believe that good old comet physics, maybe some new physics we haven't seen before, can explain everything we're seeing.
The biggest point of disagreement really comes down to its movement. The technology camp says its weird path suggests engines or maybe a solar sail, but the natural explanation points to something called outgassing. Basically, as ices on the comet's surface heat up, they turn into gas and shoot off, pushing the comet around like thousands of tiny random rocket engines. We see this happen with comets all the time.
And this quote from Dr. Gross really hits the nail on the head for the natural argument. His point is, since this thing came from far, far away, we absolutely cannot assume it's made of the same stuff as our local comets. It could have a totally different chemical makeup, which could make it behave in ways we've just never seen before.
Now, as exciting as this whole scientific mystery is, it's not just happening in labs and observatories. It's playing out online, and that's where things get really messy. You've got AI-driven hype and straight-up misinformation that can spread way faster than the actual data. And this is such an important point to remember. As researcher Kate Crawford says here, AI isn't really intelligent in the way we think about it. It's a tool, a system that's been trained on massive amounts of human-generated data. And what that means is it can just amplify our own biases and our love for a good, sensational story, regardless of whether it's actually true.
And that brings us to this brilliant term, stochastic parrots. It's a way to describe AI models that are amazing at mimicking human language, but they have zero understanding of what they're saying. They can generate completely false but very convincing claims about 3I or ATLNs, and then that misinformation spreads like wildfire, making it so hard to know what's real.
So how in the world do we cut through all that noise? Well, scientists are basically waiting for a few key pieces of hard data, specific things that could really tip the scales one way or the other. This is what you should be watching for in the next few months.
The truth is probably going to be found in one of these three areas.
First, its path. Is it moving in a way that looks random and chaotic, like outgassing, or is it smooth and controlled? Second, its chemistry. What's it made of? We need to analyze its light to see if it's giving off normal comet gases or something else. And finally, how is it spinning? A natural rock usually just tumbles end over end, but an artificial probe might have a very stable, controlled rotation.
But as all this new data comes in, we have to be super careful. This thing is incredibly far away, the signals are unbelievably faint, and that makes it really easy for mistakes to happen. We have to watch out for the AI-generated junk, be skeptical of a reading from just one telescope, and really resist that temptation to see purpose or intent where there might not be any.
So, there you have it. You've heard the case for a natural comet, and you've heard the case for an alien craft. After hearing both sides of this incredible cosmic detective story, we want to know what you think.
Seriously, drop your thoughts in the comments below. What would it take to convince you one way or the other? Would a clear spectral reading showing, I don't know, titanium or some other artificial metal do it? Or would a light curve that proves it's just a tumbling rock finally settle it for you? Let us know.
And you know, this whole topic, this whole explainer was inspired by the incredible deep dive done for the Simple Terms podcast. For more discussions like this, you have got to tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube.
And of course, it's all part of the fantastic community over at BillyGoatTales. Make sure you join them for their live X Space on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern and their weekly YouTube live stream on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And finally, make sure you're following @DaveDigital and add BillyGoatTales on X. And, of course, subscribe right here to the BillyGoatTales YouTube channel so you don't miss our next explainer. Thanks so much for watching.